Thank you.
All right, I'll make a motion to open the meeting at 6:36 p.m.
All right. So I just got to read the virtual meeting statement. Virtual meeting statement. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of open meeting general law, chapter 30A, section 18, and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place, this meeting of the Hubbard City Board of Health will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information and the general guidelines for the remote participation by members of the public and or parties with a right and or requirement to attend the meeting can be found at www.hubbardcitynma.us. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted. Every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technological means. In the event that we are unable to do so, despite these efforts, we will post on the town's website an audio, video, recording, or transcript or other comprehensive record of proceedings as soon as possible.
Okay.
We'll do one of the order so that we can let the Rod and Gun Club go first and present their reopening plan.
Very good.
So let me see if I can get that open on my computer. And share it with you guys. Did you guys get it all in the email?
Yep.
Yes.
So I am just going to share my screen, my desktop.
Seconds.
Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Can see it now.
You can see my desktop now. Okay. Let's pull it open from the email. My opening plan. Great. So I don't know. I can't see any of you guys anymore. So whoever wants to take over, I can just kind of tab through if you want me to.
Sure. Does anybody from the Rod and Gun want to speak to the plan? Are they able to unmute, or do you have them on universal
Nope, they
mute?
should be able to unmute.
Okay.
Hey, Les. Hi, I'm Les Olgerson. I'm the Vice President of the Hubbardston Rod and Gun Club. We presented you with our reopening plan via email, and we're taking all the precautions that we think would be safe. Basically, nobody would hang out inside the building. People would come in, make a purchase, maintain a 6-foot distance wearing a mask. They would go outside to a seated area under a tent, which has been placed outside. There's pictures attached in that email. We're looking to serve maybe simple foods such as burgers and dogs, maybe pizza, stuff like that. We do have a food permit, as you can see. We have Serve Safe certified people, and that's what we're looking to do. And if there's something there that you don't like, let us know and we'll make the change. We've placed hand sanitizers at the entry to the building. There's a hand sanitizer leaving the building. People were required to wear a mask inside when they are in here. We've placed X's on the floor to maintain 6-foot distance. We roped off part of the downstairs of the bar here, so nobody can sit up here, nobody can access certain areas of the building. The bathrooms obviously would be open for use. We have hand sanitizer, cleaning materials, all that stuff's in your email that we sent you. And that's where we're at. So we're looking to just open up outside, members only. 3 days a week for 4 hours at a pop and see how it goes. Because we'd like to start bringing in some revenue.
All right. Any member of the board have questions?
Okay, it all looks very, very good. But we've been presented in the past with other plans that include who's been trained in ensuring the cleaning processes and so forth. So I'd like to have that added to your document. And then just up at the top for contact, if you could add a phone number and or an email that we can reach you at, not just names.
Okay.
These are sort of technicalities. Everything else looks good to me. But
Okay.
I do feel like we want that extra information.
You can
Okay.
speak to the training if you scroll down to the next slide.
I miss it.
Right there in the bottom left is a training record that each employee will have filled out. The description
Oh,
of
okay.
what they're trained to will be there, a sign off by both the trainer and the employee. And then it will be overseen by 2 members of the E-board and the officers, and then that will be filed on record.
Okay, so it's there. I didn't catch that. That's great. Okay, we'll just get your phone numbers for emergency contact. If we get notification of someone in town getting sick, we want to be able to reach you. So the numbers in the plan so that we all have that available, particularly for Mallory and myself, because we're the ones that are notified. That would be really helpful for me.
Sure, I can.
And that's real simple to just add that in, and otherwise it looks great to me.
Excellent.
Cool.
I
Any
thought
other
it was
discussion?
pretty comprehensive also. Very good
Mhm.
presentation. Nice to see you again, Les.
You too, Vinny. Hope all is well.
So far, we're still here, kid.
Yeah. Tough times, dear. Tough times.
Yeah.
Are you planning on doing any of the baseball stuff this year or softball stuff? Is that
If
part of
we
the?
do, it'd be towards the fall. It's just too complicated to keep people separated. We do have a big area, but we're probably going to make use of the ball field to make people separated just to be safe. And a lot of people are scared. A lot of them are not going to come out. So we're just trying to be as careful as we can.
Very good, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I make a motion that we approve the plans as presented to us.
I have a question.
Go ahead first. Sorry.
Can I vote on this? Because I'm actually a member of the Rod and Gun Club, so I don't know if I can actually say yea or nay on this.
Conflict of interest.
Yeah, it's a conflict of interest, so just recuse yourself. Be able
Okay.
to worry about you, yeah.
All right. Hi, John.
Okay, so I make the motion that we approve the Rod and Gun Club plan as presented.
I'll second that. And then all in favor, Kathy,
Yes?
Vin,
Yes,
and Kate is a yes.
Okay. Thank you for putting that work together.
Thank you very much.
Really nice job. I'm so glad it's finally reopening.
Yep, thank you. It's just gonna be a soft reopening and we'll go from there.
Good deal.
good night, folks.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Right, moving back to the agenda. Now I gotta find it.
We had another, Mr. Field jump in, so I don't know. if
Okay.
there's something else that we can move up for him.
Could I ask a question before we do that? I've got a notice that the viewing is just restricted to whomever is talking because Mallory, would you be able to open it up so we can see everybody at the same time?
It's
Or is that?
a setting, the top right. If you click gallery view, it'll go to speaker
Check.
view, and then there's different
Yeah.
settings.
It says host disabled attendee screen sharing.
Can you
Yes,
all-
for sharing a screen, but not for viewing camera.
Yeah, that's for what, like when I was doing their presentation on my screen.
Okay, so how do we see everybody at the same time? I get left to ask that question.
So on the top, if you want to start your video, you click start video on the top bottom left. If you want to change the view of who you're seeing when, on the top right, there are different views. You can either use Control Alt 1, I think it is, or click speaker view, gallery view.
All right, well, I've had it in the past, but I can't seem to locate it.
No, no.
I
Can't
wonder,
hear you.
oh, there you are. You just appeared, Vinny.
Well, everywhere I go, there I am, Colleen, but I don't know how to share the screen. Like I say, it keeps coming up, disabled share. Host has disabled attendee screen sharing.
Yes,
So I can only see whomever's talking.
it has nothing to do with you seeing who's talking. That's the sharing of content. On the top right, if you hover over the pictures, you should get a speaker view or gallery view that appears. And then there's some settings to the right of that you can play with, but I don't know. And Mallory, Bill Held is here for which item on the agenda, do we know?
No. Mallory.
I think Mallory's frozen.
Yes. Send her a text. You want me to call her?
Oh, we can try chatting her.
Okay.
Technical difficulties left and right.
Agree.
Nope.
Oh,
Well, Kathy,
Okay.
can't hear or see anything. Okay.
Says from Mallory to everyone. Yeah, she
Yeah.
can't hear us.
All right.
If Bill is still on one of the screens, maybe we can.
He's not. I think he
Yeah, I
dropped off.
lost him too.
So if Mallory leaves,
We
Well,
lose everybody.
yeah, I think so.
Does she have another computer?
I
Or
don't know.
I don't know either.
Sometimes you can make somebody else. Okay.
Okay.
So can you make somebody else host? Can you transfer host to? Okay. If she can make me host, she will. And if not, we're going to all get kicked out and have to rejoin.
Okay.
Sometimes. Oh, I'm the host now, so she can drop off and then come back. And
We didn't lose anybody except
Nope.
Mallory.
all right, so
I have another question before we get into business.
sure.
On the participants panel on the right-hand side, I have Colleen with a line across the microphone.
That's because she's on mute.
That's because I'm on mute.
Okay, so
I
that's
just
enough.
unmuted myself because there's so much
Okay, that's
traffic
fine.
here.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't from my end that I was doing something not so that I couldn't hear you. That's good.
No.
You're gone now.
if you go down to the bottom right of your, left of your screen, you'll see a mute. And I just click on, and it mutes me, so there's no noise from the road.
Oh, I see that. Yeah. Very good.
Okay. Let's
All
give
right.
Mallory a minute to rejoin, do you think, or do you want to continue, Kathy?
Well, give her another few seconds, see what happens.
So the next item is going to be the top.
She's going to try to rejoin.
Yeah. The next item is going to be meeting minutes from the last meeting. So if anybody needs a minute to read them, this would be a good time to do so, I suppose.
That sounds good. All right. The minutes look good to me. Does anybody see any mistakes or anything?
Nope. So any discussion or anything about the minutes that need to be reviewed? I'll take some notes and
Just
share
give me
them.
one more second, if you wouldn't mind. A minute.
No worries. Take your time. Oops. Do I have to let you in?
You might have to,
Nope.
I think I should be good.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Cool.
Right. We just read the minutes while you were
Okay.
away. We're just wrapping up with that, and then we'll start at the top.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes if we're ready.
Excellent.
I second the motion.
All right. All in favor. Kathy?
Yes.
Colleen?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes.
Kate? Yes. So approved, unanimous. Next item is the COVID-19 update phase 2.
So we all know we're in the second part of phase 2. This morning we got the first kind of round of guidelines for the reopening of school. So I don't know if anyone's taken a look into it. It's about 27 pages long. And basically what it comes down to is we still don't really know a lot, but we're gonna require face coverings for anyone in pre-K to second grade. It's not mandatory, but recommended that they wear face coverings. Desks are going to be placed at minimum 3 feet apart. They're suggesting that towns look at the use of other buildings such as libraries, community centers, to open up other schools or to use as a school building to allow for smaller class sizes. We're not going to be doing things like eating in the cafeteria anymore. It's all going to be in classrooms, smaller class sizes. They haven't said anything about, well, it would be to the district, what the district wants. Like if you're going to be sending your kid to school 3 days a week, remote learning X amount of days. So it's all very new, but they're just starting to put some guidelines out there for school districts to follow. So the district has till August to submit their plan to the department and have it approved, not us, but to the state to have their educational plan approved.
I was speaking with my sister-in-law the other day, who's a teacher at a high school in North Tonawanda, New York. And she's planning on using a face shield. And I'm wondering if that's something the younger kids could use is these little, almost like the face shields, so that they can see the teacher's face, and not wear the mask for the little kids.
Right.
I'm wondering if there's something like that that could be set up for younger kids and for the teachers, because the kids will respond better to the teachers with face shields.
Right.
So I don't know if we can throw that idea back out to the school district. That would be great.
That was included in the report.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, they're allowing for face shields. And they made mention, for kids who are on IEPs or have disabilities, and look for facial cues, how that will be a big help to them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's kind of cool. We have one in office that's unused. So it's kind of neat. Lori wore one at town meeting. She got a bunch of them. So it is a lot more comfortable than walking around with a face shield on or a face mask on all day long.
Right.
Which is nice.
So I guess I'm going to say, Mallory, could you look into whether there's face shields for kids?
Yeah, definitely.
And, let's find out what kind of cost there is, who's making them in Massachusetts, because I know one of the businesses that makes face shields for hockey teams is now making face shields for people and medical staff.
Part of the report put the face shields and the masks and stuff, the responsibility on the parent. So I don't know if we can find maybe like a company that'd be willing to work with parents too and offer like some kind of school deal or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We could get a school deal, and maybe we could use some funds from our budget to help the families that need help.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'll take a look into that.
All right. One of the companies making them in Massachusetts is iRobot, by the way.
Is it?
Oh, cool.
So they may know other suppliers.
Definitely.
All right. So moving on, Rieta Ranch. They
So,
had sent an email, right?
Yep, we got an email. So they've been open for 2 weeks now.
Yep.
The first week I got 2 complaint calls, but I haven't heard anything since then.
What was the nature of the complaints?
One of them just wasn't comfortable with the amount of people. And then the other one had an interaction with someone who didn't have a mask on. And I guess they have history between the two. So he was a little upset about the interaction and felt that the police should take some action and look into attempted murder charges.
But then they didn't leave their name, right?
It was pretty anonymous, yeah. So he did call Chief Perrin as well. And I haven't been able to follow up with Chief Perrin on if they had a conversation or not, but he would just refer them back to the Board of Health is what Chief told me. Because I gave him a call after the fact.
Okay. So no real follow-up there, or
No real follow up there. Just I've heard a lot of good things that have outweighed the bad. So.
All right, and town fair, that is this weekend.
That is this weekend. I sent you guys. Oh, that's later in the agenda, but I sent everyone the applications for the temporary food vendors. Kitty, like I said earlier, lost the ale house, so there's going to be no beer garden this year. And the reptile guy isn't going to be able to make it. So that's the only update I have for that.
Okay.
Did you get a list, Kate, of those vendors? Because I didn't get one. The
It's
food vendors.
but it's part of the agenda, is it not? And then there were attachments.
Yeah.
Let me keep looking then. Sorry.
No worries. It was with the agenda, and I sent it over that way, but I can share my screen to go through the.
Now, hold on. Let me just see. Oh,
Page
there it
2.
is. Got it. I got it. Sorry.
No worries.
And
So Kate and I are planning on meeting there at 9:30 on Saturday and do the one-page food inspections of the
Correct.
food vendors.
And I don't have the one-pagers printed. I thought I had them. I have no idea where they are.
Okay, I'll look through my stuff. I Okay, I'm pretty sure I have at least one hard copy.
Okay, and I emailed it to you, so you have another copy if need be. But my
Okay.
printer's also completely jammed with paper and dead. So
I'm sorry. I'll take care of it. I'll make
that's
sure
how I
we have.
roll with hardware. I break hardware, so that's just how I am. All right. All right. The Quabbin summer camp reopening.
Yeah. So I don't know if everyone got that presentation or not, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to share it because everyone is frozen on my screen since I've logged back in. I can hear you, but you guys haven't moved. So
Yeah, I can probably share it. Give me one
yeah,
second.
because you're the host now. Yeah. So this has already been approved by the Department of Education and all that good stuff. They were just giving an opportunity for us to take a peek at it, to give our blessing, and if we wanted to see anything, but or make any suggestions.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the link in the email. Give me one second. There we go. Let's see.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, so here's the presentation.
Yep.
Oh, like
I
this is-
looked at it. It looks pretty good.
So old way.
I actually read the whole thing and wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it must have taken them a long time to come up with this.
I can't even imagine. My little brother is a preschool teacher, and the work they've been putting in just to try to figure out how they're going to configure their classrooms is incredible.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna give a couple of seconds on each slide. If you guys need me to slow down or speed up, let me know. But it looks fairly comprehensive. I had not had a chance to page through it. Oh, they're doing mandatory meetings for the parents too.
Yeah. Parents aren't allowed inside at all either, so I thought that was nice.
Pool noodles for distance. That's cute.
This is at the center school, right?
Yeah. And they have all been trained through they took the COVID training course through that, I believe the CDC, so.
That's really nice. It's wonderful.
So is this camp only for Hubbardston residents and every elementary school hosts their own community, or is this Quabbin wide?
I don't. It's put on by the name of the camp is Quabbin, so it might be district wide. But it's not for any kids outside of the district.
Yeah, the director who sent it to us listed Hubbardston, Barry, Oakham, New Braintree, and Hardwick. So I think each school is having their own camp.
Wow. All right. Any other questions? Do they have the state required form? Is that the only thing that they probably didn't embed in here?
I don't think they needed that because they were a place of education.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And they had to submit like a entire packet to the state itself.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any other discussion or questions on the summer camp?
Do we make a motion that we believe the summer camp program is excellent and we encourage them to go forward with it, or just, do we need a motion? Do we just say that? What do we do?
Yeah,
I think that they're good to open anyway.
yeah, I don't think they need us to do anything. That was just an FYI.
Just give them our blessing. I'll shoot off an email saying we reviewed it. Everything looks great. Best of luck this season.
That sounds great.
And if they need anything, that they can reach out.
Right.
Okay. And we heard from the Hubbardston Rod and Gun reopening.
Yeah.
So we can move to the next item.
10 Main Street.
10 Main Street, failed systems awaiting action.
Yep, they weren't able to attend tonight's meeting, but are going to try to make the next one. So, because we asked them to join.
All right, nothing for past Title V.
I've not gotten any approved Title V since last meeting.
All right, and permits. So, Mike, I have a question in terms of how do we vote on permits? We haven't. Are we essentially voting based on what we reviewed on the attachments that you shared?
That's all I got. So I went through the file folders for these food vendors. It's pretty much what you guys got last year. Don't know if you had the opportunity to make a physical paper permit that they kept at their establishment or at their little booth, but I guess, I don't know if
Did we?
Yes, we did. We gave them
Yeah, we did.
a piece of paper. Yep.
So what we can do is, I guess we can make one just to keep in the file folder
Yes.
for record keeping. And then if
Now-
anything arises, we have that. But I think we're just voting to let them come to the fair. They've all paid their $20 fee.
Can we do a
Okay.
mass vote for all of them? Or do we have to vote on them individually?
Mass vote is acceptable.
Okay. So can I have a motion to accept the Hub Fair food permits as presented?
So moved.
I second it.
All right, all in favor? Kathy,
Yeah, aye.
Colleen,
Yes.
Ben,
Yes?
Kate is yes.
So there is a permit in there for an installer, Mark Demick. He's going to be doing the system up on Root Road that was approved back in February, I believe, for Keith Demick.
Mhm.
He's already worked in
it-
town before too.
Does he live in town?
Yes.
Yeah.
So has he had everything signed off by the,
Yes, everything checked out.
The slip is
signed
set
off.
that does not have the treasurer's signature.
Right. That
oh, we lost her again. Kate, would
you know,
you,
there was some people on vacation and some illness.
You might have to repeat that. You froze for a moment. You're frozen on camera. We can hear you in and out. Oops.
oh, he still lost her.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get my full screen back up so I can go to the chat if needed.
Right. So while you're doing that, I would like to try to have an outside meeting for the next meeting. Not one of these virtual ones, just like we did for the town meeting.
Oh. Hello? What the heck?
I think we can hear you, Mallory, but we can't see you. Like
Okay.
you're moving weird. Maybe if you stop your video, but
Maybe. I'll try that. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
no,
Oh,
you're
we
good.
can hear.
All right, cool. I guess that's all that matters.
So we're on the agenda item 4, Mark Demick.
Yes.
And the last question was about the tax record, right, Ben? All right.
There's no signature from the tax collector.
Right. Their office was pretty empty this week.
And then we can't approve it.
Okay.
He's got to wait. Unless they can do a DocuSign.
Yeah, we can do that.
I can do a DocuSign for his permit if we get
Okay.
yeah, their signature as well. That he doesn't owe any taxes or anything, okay?
That works.
So we'll backtrack that way.
Okay.
So we won't approve it at this time. But I can sign off on it if everybody agrees, once we see that that has obligations been met.
All right. So do you want to make a motion to that effect?
Okay, go
I
ahead,
think
Ben.
that's procedural. I don't think we need the
We
motion.
don't? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm new to this part, Ben.
it's okay. No, some things you know, can't approve something or deny something that isn't complete, I guess, is the procedure.
All right. So we'll come back to that one and review it after it's been signed by Kathy on the next meeting.
Yep, so it's got to be listed again next meeting's agenda. Yep.
All right. So open repairs and inspections, plans and review. First one is 49 Hale Road.
Plans are still in review. Matt Hopkinson has been on vacation. He just came back.
Okay. Same with Brigham Road, or?
Nope, that one was approved and the homeowner picked it up. So they are rocking and rolling. Their building permit is still being reviewed by the building commissioner though, which doesn't hold us up, but.
And they know to call me
Yes.
when they start doing the job.
Okay. 87 Hale Road.
That one's still in review with Matt.
Okay. 7 Moose Horn Circle.
That one's approved. Kathy, have you been called out to that one at all?
No, nobody's contacted me. Do you want to send me the email again with their contact information?
Okay. I just don't think they probably started yet. But I
That's-
definitely email.
Yeah, give me the information on top of it though.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
106 Princeton Road.
That is a new build. They actually just got an email from the well driller. We gave them a well permit and they went out and they found that the water wasn't flowing like they need to. So now they're going to be looking into some fracking. So that one's going to be put on hold until the well situation is taken care of.
Okay. And 30 Main Street.
Kathy finished that inspection, so she's just going to get me the paperwork and we can close that out.
Yeah, I have, it's all signed off.
Perfect.
There are a couple more that's not on the list.
What was that one, Kathy?
There's 2 new ones.
Yeah.
5 New Templeton Road is, oh shoot, who's the name? Oh, guy.
Marty Elowitz,
No.
Julian
That's not-
Petrova.
Yeah, hang on one second. Wrong notebook. Ed Blanchard is the owner.
No, that's not him.
Oh, that's Hale Road Extension. That's one of the other new ones.
Oh, I don't know anything about that one. Oh, yes, I do. That's one I just gave you.
Yeah.
So,
They've been rolling in this week. Sorry.
That's I'm with you. My brain's on weekend mode. So 5 New Templeton Road, that was the engineer Julian Petrova. Elowitz is the last name. Bill did the perk test we just figured out. So we're trying to put this one together because it's from last summer. And I'm heading back into the office on Monday. So now that I know, well, at least know that definitely it was done, I'm going to try to dig through some old stuff maybe and try to find the perk information and the plans because he said they were already approved, but I don't have a copy of them.
Okay.
At least not where they should be.
Right. And then the other thing about that is Marty was calling me a lot in the last couple of days. So I also forwarded my email to Ryan And he informed me that this is chapter land. And the selectmen on the 13th of July will be looking at whether the town's gonna let them sell it as without taking first rights of refusal. So there's also another land issue with the property.
Where was that again, Ken? What property you
That's-
talking?
So it's Marty Elowitz at 5 New Templeton Road. Okay.
Yep, got it.
Yeah, all right. I have not signed off on 75 Berry Road yet because they haven't told me they're finished. So 75 Berry Road should still be open.
Oh, okay. Thought it was.
No, I did the inspection of the system, but not the final completed grassed over types, when it's completely done and
Okay.
buried. I still have to go back for that. So I'll have to call Jeff. He probably thinks we're all set, but
Yeah, I was
we're
gonna say.
not quite all set. I got to make one more trip over there. Take a couple more pictures.
All right, and the last one was Hale Road Extension you mentioned.
Yes. Hale Road Extension is Ed Blanchard. And I talked to him. He's supposed to get back to me. It's a new lot. And they want, of course, new construction, so they want to do a perk test. And I haven't heard back from him. I suggested next Tuesday or Wednesday, but I haven't heard back from him. I don't know if he's reached the excavator and park inspector. I'm drawing a blank, sorry, long day.
No worries.
I'm not speaking very well.
Understood. It happens. Sometimes the brain gets behind the tongue or vice versa. All right.
My brain is definitely behind my tongue, that's for sure.
Any other open repairs, inspections, or plans in review? All right.
I
Moving
hope
on.
not.
It's the Hubbardston building boom. It's fine. Moving to open complaints. The Hub House complaint.
So I went out on Tuesday and met with Deb, who is the she's in charge of our cap solutions. So she walked me through. We had gotten the complaint in regards to some of the masks and social distancing not taking place, some cracks in the sidewalks and in the pavement and the driveway. There was some concern as to the community rooms being used, the mold in the ACs and all that good stuff. So I'm in the middle of writing an official report. But so I went out, met with Deb, and I met with the handyman whose name is Henry, and they walked me through. So they've taken every complaint that's come through and they really rolled with it. Purchased all new ACs for anyone who needs one. They're on back order right now, but they should be in within the next week and they will be installed. He was in the middle of repairing the parking lot, and he has put in 2 bids to have it completely resurfaced and to have it repainted to have clearer lines. He has filled in all the cracks, or chiseled out and filled in all the cracks on the sidewalks. He walked me through the main facility. I got to see all of the community rooms, whether it be the dining or the small, have been completely cautioned off to look like a murder scene happened there. You could not get in even if you wanted to. Everything is under lock and key. That might be communal. Nobody's using anything like the refrigerator, the coffee machine, nothing like that. I witnessed a couple people out and about. Everyone had masks on, even when they were outside watering their plants. What else was there? I think that's about it. They've done a good job. There are signs everywhere. They had the trifold signs out on the floor as well as signs eye level, so you couldn't miss them even if you were trying to. And they were in the community areas as well as the hallways leading to and from apartments.
So that's a market improvement from when I stopped over 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
4 weeks ago, whenever it was. And so, yeah, definitely write that all up.
Yep.
And then my plan is to contact the person from Clubhouse who made the original complaints either tomorrow or it might get delayed till Monday because of work I have to do. But, and just, follow up with her. And they had not done anything, but when it was brought to the attention of the Worcester office that oversees the property, they have now started taking real action. So that's good.
Very good. Any other questions or discussion? All right. 111 Gardner Road, trash complaint.
Still no action from the property on both of them. I haven't gotten anything from either of those, so I don't know if anyone's noticed anything when they've driven by or.
So the one with all the trash and cars, there does appear to be one vehicle that's coming and going periodically.
Is that 248 Gardner Road?
Yeah, that's right. 248, sorry. So it is a possibility that I can just stop by. I'm hoping to maybe see someone and just nonchalantly stop by and say, we've been trying to reach you.
Yeah, yeah.
They haven't responded either.
I haven't gotten any response from anyone. I don't think we've officially reached out to 248 because we were trying to get like a task force together to go in with the zoning enforcement officer and kind of tackle it from all sides. So we're not doing it by ourselves because there's a lot of violations or
right.
violations from different boards, not just our board. Because we have the unregistered vehicles, we have the potential junkyard, that's the select board too. So there's quite a bit, but I haven't had any luck on that end, and I can definitely try again this week. If we can put together a time where everyone can meet up and go in.
Mallory, if you'll give me the contact information from the others, I'll reach out to them as well. Maybe if more than one of us reaches out, they'll move forward on it. But also back to the 111 Gardner Road, that's where I have seen one car that seems to have moved positions in the driveway a couple times over the last couple weeks when I have to drive to Gardner for the CVS or whatever. That's the one where I was hoping that at some point I would also be able to just stop by and ask them how they're doing.
Sure.
Well, I did notice that they took the furniture out of the road. Well, not out of the road, but out of the front there, and they moved it further into the property, but it's all still there.
Correct. So something did get moved. Yeah.
Yeah, the couch and whatever else was like on the, I think they were just trying to get rid of it, maybe hoping somebody would take it.
My husband says hi.
So, but they did, it's still there, but they moved it away.
Okay. And 85 Gardner Road, any update on that one, Mallory?
I have not heard anything back. I didn't think I was going to hear anything back. Do they still have the RV on their property?
Yes. And I saw somebody there the other day. I saw a guy standing
Oh,
out.
did you?
Yeah, just back where the RVs were or are. And there was no other vehicles there. The same car was there that's always been parked there beyond the RVs. And he was just standing there. And so there's somebody there, I guess, still.
This is so strange.
It was weird because I haven't seen anybody there for a long time, like since almost the latest part of winter into spring. It seems like they brought that big RV and topped it off, and then there really wasn't any signs of life there. And then I think it was last week I just saw that guy standing there. I just happened to drive by and I looked, and it's like, oh, maybe there is somebody still there. I don't know.
So next steps are action items on that one.
Would it be appropriate to ask the police to stop by?
Like for
Or
a
not?
welfare check?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, people call for welfare checks on people all the time, you know, I mean, if they're worried about them and stuff, so.
Maybe we could.
I guess that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. Maybe we can reach out to see if there's been any calls there.
Yeah,
Like if EMS or fire has had to respond.
or the police, yeah. And if not, then can we ask the police for a welfare check, please?
I have the number of the owner of the property. Do we want to call there first before we involve the police? Would a courtesy call be appropriate for that?
Sure. Yes, let's do that.
I'm sorry.
Mallory? All right, Vin, will you email that phone number to Mallory?
Sure will.
Thanks. We'll handle it that way.
Will do. As soon as I
Thanks.
find it.
Okay, that's fine. When you do, no worries.
Oh, just found it. Good. No problem.
All right. MPHN nurses report. I'm assuming there's nothing here, so.
No, we have no active cases right now.
Okay.
Yay.
And
Yeah, Hubbardton's done a really good job.
old business food inspections. Working on them.
We did Giacomo's the other day. And we'll keep plugging to get at least one done every week.
Okay.
Get through it here.
Yep. And actually, Kathy, to that end, I'm off next week, the 1st and 2nd, and the 3rd. So.
Okay. I'll catch you one of those Wednesday or Thursday afternoon. Well, Thursday I have to go to the dentist. Okay, maybe Wednesday.
All right.
Maybe we can catch a couple of them
Okay.
Wednesday.
All right. Trash hauler regs still on hold. Recycle center, electricity, and Bella's report are the two things we need to talk about there.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask we table the electricity thing. I want to go back out. Ben has offered to go out with me and look at the connections there and stuff. Since we're still having trouble with National Grid versus the offer from getting the line put from the DPW connection.
Mhm.
So if that's all right, Vinny, we'll set that up to go out together.
That'd be fine. No problem.
Okay. So I'd kind of like to table the electricity subject again. Sorry, but true.
No problem. And Bella's report. Was that one of the attachments? Did I miss it?
Yeah, that was there someplace and I saw it.
Mallory, if you're speaking, we can't hear you.
I wasn't. Now I can hear you. You're back.
Let's get it checked.
Sorry. I sent a copy of Bella's report of what she took in. I don't know if everyone got that. But she said she had a pretty busy day Saturday and a slower day Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So
Kate, thanks for going on Saturday.
Oh, you're welcome. So yeah, it was fairly busy on Saturday. I was kind of surprised. We filled almost half the long dumpster, almost 3/4 of it with scrap metal.
Good.
Wow.
It was interesting, and a bunch of other stuff. And being the type A personality that I am, I was just like walking around picking up stuff that was on the ground and trying to put stuff in. Like there were a bunch of gardening things, like wheelbarrows and garden carts, and like one of those things that spreads like weed and feed or whatever, and like other stuff like decorative objects and frames and for growing or whatever. So I was like, these are all over the place. I'm going to put them like right out in the middle where everybody can see them when they drive up, because it's gardening season, so maybe someone will take the stuff. So it's pretty cool. We had
Take it? People take it?
yeah, actually a gentleman walked by, and in the free store, in the container in the back where they keep all the stuff that people can just take, there were buckets of garden tags, and he spotted them. I'd moved him up to that area and put all the gardening stuff there, and he took that, and he took a couple of frames for growing, and yeah. So,
Awesome.
yeah, it was it's just, I can't not organize things. And if there had been lights, I would have started organizing the weird free store area and just like cleaned it out and made it so you could get in there and see everything, but there's no way to do it. So one day when we have electricity.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I actually stopped by Sunday and dropped off stuff because I had my own personal stuff to drop off, and it was very slow. So I can attest to that. But yeah, they did they do quite a lot of stuff. They take in a lot of stuff.
So one of the things we were considering is, not taking mattresses and other things. Did we decide anything or not? Can't remember.
I don't know if we decided it. I do know are we still looking for a covered dumpster? Yeah. And there was quite a pile there from ones that were left over, and then more got dropped off on Saturday. So it's a growing pile that's going to just continue to get heavier and wetter.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to need to deal with that.
Okay, Mallory,
Yep.
we need to get prices on covered dumpsters
Okay.
as soon as we can, because I guess we're gonna have to at least have it for the next one.
Sure.
And then we could change the rules that we don't want to accept those anymore, that they should take them to Barry or Gardner. But in the meantime, we are gonna have to do something.
Yeah. Although I don't know, I find it interesting. The fact that so many were there means that the DPW is probably finding them dumped over the winter.
Yes.
So I think
Yes.
if we stop taking them, I think we're going to have a bigger problem.
Okay.
I think what we might want to do is take them. I think we charge like what, $20, maybe increase incrementally. Like have Bella increase her prices on a couple of those things that are more costly in terms of having the covered dumpster, etc. And then, give it a season and kind of see where it goes. Because what I don't want to see is people dumping them because they don't.
And ditches.
Yeah, if
and
they're
other
not willing to bring
places.
them down the road, they're definitely not
Right.
going to want to bring them to Gardner.
Right.
So
You're right.
But
So I guess the current step is to get prices on covered dumpster for mattresses.
Okay.
and Bella's approach is really good, I have to say, so she'll charge for specific items, and then scrap metal, because they can sell it at a profit for the most part, not every type of scrap metal, but for the most part, is, if you don't have any other object to turn in that you're paying for, she'll charge, a fee per car for scrap metal. But if they're paying for a TV and a mattress and something else, she's like, if you have scrap metal, that's fine because we make money on it. But what was nice was that in doing that and telling people that policy, she was able to get 2 people to come back with extra truckloads of stuff.
Oh.
So her pricing works because the way she negotiates it with the people who show up, and she'll say, if you have more stuff, come back, we're open again tomorrow. If you've already paid for something and you bring your receipt and let me know, and you have scrap metal, we'll take it. And 2 truckfuls came back because they were like, oh yeah, we have tons of scrap metal. And they filled like 3/4 of a dumpster, and that stuff is, you know, they make money on it. So it's a really good trade-off. So thought that was really interesting. It was a really good approach.
Kate, at some point, would you reach out to Bella and let her know that we appreciate her doing it that way?
Sure.
Thanks. We should reward those kinds of behaviors for sure.
Very cool. All right. And next item was condos, the large system Title V compliance.
So I have been working on drafting a letter and working with the assessor's office on getting not just our condos and anything that has more than 5 units, but also shared systems. So properties that have been split, and we have, because we actually have a couple in town, so that we can just get one master list together for anyone who comes behind me, and we can get it on a calendar for every 3 years with a spreadsheet ready to go. So I've been working with the assessor's office to get all the property cards and everything put together in one little complete package so that we can start getting those in.
Awesome.
When do you expect to what's your goal for completing that?
My goal is next week to get the first draft. Yeah, the first letter out is next week.
Okay. Forward a copy of that to our Chromebooks so we can
Absolutely
just see it, and then if other people comes up in conversation somewhere else, we can say, oh, well, you know, there's this letter that's been going out. So just to confirm it.
Absolutely.
And support it. Yeah. Just, you know, positive feedback for everything.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions or discussion on the Title V compliance for condos or large systems? All right. New business budget spreadsheet.
So I sent over, it's completely frozen on my computer, so I can't pull it open. I did a turnover. We had a lot of the checks from like the food and everything come in. So there should be 2 turnovers, one with septic, and then another one that went into our revolving account. So that's perfect. I can see that for some reason. So that was our septic revolving. Those are the fees that will go to pay Matt for his reviews. And there should be another one that on the bottom, you'll see I put in red. So the 80%, the $692 that goes into the general fund, and then we should be credited the $173. So this is how it's going to look from now on. There'll be no account number in that column, just the general fund, and then the account number that's going to be credited, the 20%.
Okay.
Yep,
Question.
I see that.
And then we got 2 bills, one from Sin Oil for around $500. Right there. This was for the oil that Bella has down at the recycle center. She had it picked up after a lengthy attempting to get her ID number to get it picked up. We were able to get it picked up. So she did state she increased the price of what she was charging per gallon to reflect what the Sin Oil is now charging for the oil pickup. So she did have to increase that price, but we should be good for the rest of the season on that.
Yep. I dumped oil. It was a nice empty brand. I got it all over my gloves. It was fun.
We should post that on the recycling part of the website, that new fee.
Awesome. I can take a look. I know there's a flyer on there, so if we wanted to maybe talk to Bella and look at increasing all the mattress and stuff, so that make sure that we don't end up in the red.
Yeah.
Just do a whole update to that.
Yep, and we can do that. Like our new budget year is coming up in next week, so in the next couple weeks we should be having that updated as well.
Awesome. And then this one right here, Mark Popham, he went out and did the spring inspection so that we can move forward to our permit to have our reduced inspections, our reduced yearly inspections on the landfill.
Cool.
Yeah. And that's
And
that's exactly what we expected and what we budgeted for. So now that comes out of our account.
correct. I make a motion that we approve paying Mark for his landfill inspection as soon as we get a copy of the report.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor, Kathy?
I,
Colleen?
Yes.
Vinny?
Yes.
Kate? Yes.
yeah, we pay him just as soon as we get the report.
Of course.
Yep, looks good.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing. And last item's on the agenda.
Unexpected.
That's it. Unexpected subjects. I have one,
Ooh.
and it was when we went out to do the inspection for Giacomo's. They were very happy with Mallory and everything she does and how responsive she is, and the fact that, you know, anything they need, they know they can reach out, and, you know, they had nothing but wonderful things to say about you, Mallory. So I thought I'd, you know.
Thank you.
It's nice when, you know, business owners are like, it's so nice when we can reach out and we know what we're gonna get, and she's gonna call us back and everything's good.
Aw, well, it's nice to hear it.
It's very nice. So yeah, it's a good job. We don't always see what you do behind the scenes. We just get the cliff notes in the meeting. So all right, any other unexpected subjects from members of the board?
None for me.
I'm fine with, I got plenty of septic stuff to take care of.
You're swimming in it. Yeah.
All right.
Nah, not swimming in it.
Oh, no, that was probably the wrong one to use. You don't want to be swimming in that.
No,
All right.
thank you.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Just before, one last comment.
You always do
Next,
that. We make a
I'm
motion
sorry.
and
I
then
am
you bring up
doing
a subject.
I don't want to, all I want to say is just remember to put on the next agenda that we have to do election acceptance of who's going to be chair and all that stuff.
Reorganization.
Reappointment of inspectors. It's just housekeeping. This is not to say that,
Yep.
sorry.
Reorganization of board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And reappointment of inspectors.
Okay.
And I think that's it that we're required to do now. Sorry, Kate, I did not, I told you my brain is behind my mouth and
That's fine.
it really is.
It just happens it's not just you though. We've all done it. It's just somebody does it every meeting and it just makes me laugh. Okay. So
It does. make
I'll
me
take a
laugh, too.
motion to adjourn now.
I second it.
All right. Ben, your motion holds. Kathy's second, and we're all in favor.
Yes.
Yes.
Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
So now that the meeting's done and Bill is no longer on the board, maybe we should do something as a thank you to him for serving. Because he was very faithful when it was just him, Kate, and me to take the time to help out a lot. So any brilliant ideas on what we should do?
I don't know.
Thank you basket with a card or something, a gift card to,
I'll make the motion to reconvene the meeting to discuss this, because otherwise we'll be in violation of the open meeting law. If you
Yeah.
oh,
wanna
it
do
is?
Yeah.
That's part.
I thought this was, okay, sorry. I did it again, Kate. Now I double did it.
All right. I'll second the motion to reopen the meeting to consider the subject. All in favor? Aye. The ayes.
I,
All right.
sorry. Okay,
So-
I'm really slow tonight.
That's all right, Kath. These
We'll
things-
keep you straight.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have any particular ideas. I don't know Bill personally all that well, so I don't know what he might like or enjoy. You know, we could wait till he's on duty on 68 when it's really hot and water balloon him.
There you go.
I
You probably love it.
like that idea.
I'll just drive by and hand him coffee and donuts as he's standing there or something. No, I mean, if you want to come up with like an idea and throw it out there, I don't know him that well personally, so.
Maybe we can think about it and then at the next meeting,
That's
Bring
a
some
good
ideas.
idea.
make a decision,
Yeah.
you know.
Everybody
Yeah.
bring an idea.
Yeah.
Thank
All right.
you. It's all I'm kind of trying to look for.
What was that? You guys completely froze out again.
We're each going to bring an idea to the next meeting as a thank you for Bill.
Okay.
Any other business?
Once again.
Are you sure, Kathy?
I covered my mouth. Nothing.
What was that, Ben?
Move to adjourn.
Move to adjourn. I'll second. Everybody aye?
Aye.
Aye.